Apparel, Create Proof Print, Brightside Catering by Mark Powell, Acclaim Garage Doors, Travel 24/7 by the local caterer, TMH Websites, Saguaro Lift, and the Valley's Own. Plus, our pin crusher sponsors, Spartan Family Plumbing, Ramsey Auto Center, by the Burke Brothers, by East Valley Fans and Blinds, by Tony Fades, by Bowling Dynamics, The Crepe Bar, B3 Performance Bowling Training, by Sideline Shots Arizona, and by Swift Home Inspections. Now, live from Bolero Kyrene in Chandler, Arizona, it's the qualifying squad of the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. Welcome to the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. The Agent Ong Open is brought to you by My Home Group, by Unwind Wellness, and by Roto Grip, engineered for performance. The Agent Ong Open is also made possible by our Lane Masters sponsors, Royal Flush Apparel, Create Proof Print, Brightside Catering by Mark Powell, Acclaim Garage Doors, Travel 24/7 by the local caterer, TMH Websites, Saguaro Lift, and the Valley's Own. Plus, our pin crusher sponsors, Spartan Family Plumbing, Ramsey Auto Center, by the Burke Brothers, by East Valley Fans and Blinds, by Tony Fades, by Bowling Dynamics, The Crepe Bar, B3 Performance Bowling Training, by Sideline Shots Arizona, and by Swift Home Inspections. Now, live from Bolero Kyrene in Chandler, Arizona, it's the qualifying squad of the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. Welcome to the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. The Agent Ong Open is brought to you by My Home Group, by Unwind Wellness, and by Roto Grip, engineered for performance. The Agent Ong Open is also made possible by our Lane Masters sponsors, Royal Flush Apparel, Create Proof Print, Brightside Catering by Mark Powell, Acclaim Garage Doors, Travel 24/7 by the local caterer, TMH Websites, Saguaro Lift, and the Valley's Own. Plus, our pin crusher sponsors, Spartan Family Plumbing, Ramsey Auto Center, by the Burke Brothers, by East Valley Fans and Blinds, by Tony Fades, by Bowling Dynamics, The Crepe Bar, B3 Performance Bowling Training, by Sideline Shots Arizona, and by Swift Home Inspections. Now, live from Bolero Kyrene in Chandler, Arizona, it's the qualifying squad of the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. Welcome to the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. The Agent Ong Open is brought to you by My Home Group, by Unwind Wellness, and by Roto Grip, engineered for performance. The Agent Ong Open is also made possible by our Lane Masters sponsors, Royal Flush Apparel, Create Proof Print, Brightside Catering by Mark Powell, Acclaim Garage Doors, Travel 24/7 by the local caterer, TMH Websites, Saguaro Lift, and the Valley's Own. Plus, our pin crusher sponsors, Spartan Family Plumbing, Ramsey Auto Center, by the Burke Brothers, by East Valley Fans and Blinds, by Tony Fades, by Bowling Dynamics, The Crepe Bar, B3 Performance Bowling Training, by Sideline Shots Arizona, and by Swift Home Inspections. Now, live from Bolero Kyrene in Chandler, Arizona, it's the qualifying squad of the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. Welcome to the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team. The Agent Ong Open is brought to you by My Home Group, by Unwind Wellness, and by Roto Grip, engineered for performance. The Agent Ong Open is also made possible by our Lane Masters sponsors, Royal Flush Apparel, Create Proof Print, Brightside Catering by Mark Powell, Acclaim Garage Doors, Travel 24/7 by the local caterer, TMH Websites, Saguaro Lift, and the Valley's Own. Plus, our pin crusher sponsors, Spartan Family Plumbing, Ramsey Auto Center, by the Burke Brothers, by East Valley Fans and Blinds, by Tony Fades, by Bowling Dynamics, The Crepe Bar, B3 Performance Bowling Training, by Sideline Shots Arizona, and by Swift Home Inspections. Now, live from Bolero Kyrene in Chandler, Arizona, it's the qualifying squad of the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong Team. Welcome to the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong Team. The Agent Ong Open is brought to you by My Home Group, by Unwind Wellness, and by Roto Grip, engineered for performance. The Agent Ong Open is also made possible by our Lane Masters sponsors, Royal Flush Apparel, Create Proof Print, Brightside Catering, by Mark Powell, Acclaim Garage Doors, Travel 24/7, by the local caterer, TMH Websites, Saguaro Lift, and the Valley's Own. Plus, our Pin Crusher sponsors, Spartan Family Plumbing, Ramsey Auto Center, by the Burke Brothers, by East Valley Fans and Blinds, by Tony Fades, by Bowling Dynamics, The Crepe Bar, B3 Performance Bowling Training, by Sideline Shots Arizona, and by Swift Home Inspections. Now, live from Bolero Kyrene in Chandler, Arizona, it's the qualifying squad of the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong Team. Welcome to the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong Team.
All right, welcome back, fans of the Agent Ong Open. Agent Ong strikes back.
Yes, second edition.
Year number 2.
It's like The Empire Strikes Back, but Carl is a nice guy.
Yeah, I like it. Carl's super nice.
Yep.
Carl's not striking anyone.
No.
But Agent Ong might.
Well, Agent Ong will sell you a house.
Agent Ong will sell you a house.
So for all your realty needs here in the greater Phoenix area or in the Nevada area, please reach out to Carl of Agent Ong.
Yep, Team Agent Ong. They have a wholesaling group.
Yep.
And yeah, definitely, and why not have bowlers? Bowlers helping bowlers, right?
That's right.
That's what we've always said.
Yep. If you're in the market for relocating to the beautiful greater Phoenix area, Arizona, Nevada, where the weather is often warm and the sun is often shining, then he's your guy.
All right.
You will have a guy.
Yes, you will have a guy.
Yep.
My name is Blair Blumenscheid. That, of course, is future Hall of Famer Matt McNeil, Eagle, champ extraordinaire.
Sure.
And
so I have a murder of eagles.
You have murdered eagles. Yes.
I have a murder of eagles.
Is that actually the name of it?
That's the name. I have a murder of eagles.
Oh my goodness.
So when multiple eagles fly together, it's referred to the correct aviary. That's the term for birds, I believe.
Yes.
The correct term, the aviary term for it is a murder.
That's fantastic.
So I have a murder of eagles.
Well, I'll never forget when I asked you if you were going eagle hunting, and you goes, no. We
That's
do
illegal.
not hunt the eagles.
No.
Yeah, so that was the key to success.
Your goal is to be blessed to fly with the flock or the murder.
Oh, okay. All right. So I love
Let's talk about something real.
I love it. So this is what qualifying squad number two of the day.
Yep.
Last qualifying squad of the day.
Yes.
So they'll be back again 9 and 2 tomorrow. But first we have 6 games this afternoon.
Yep.
We've got 50 bowlers out here this afternoon.
And a very star-studded field. We have a lot of good bowlers on this squad.
100%.
So I feel like there is a good possibility of some very good scoring.
Nice.
Yes. So in front of us, we have the 2002 ABC Masters champion, Brett Wolf. We have local standout, Matt Jones, former PBA Tour of Champions winner, Michael Haugen Jr. On 7 and 8, we have a gentleman that runs a chain of pro shops here in the greater Phoenix area, Dave Sirigliano. And he's also a very, very talented bowler in his own right. On 5 and 6, we have the 2001 U.S. Open champion, Mr. Maximum Bob, Robert Smith. On 3 and 4, we have a Team USA, Junior Team USA Collegiate National Champion, Kyle King. My goodness, Blair, they're coming out of the woodwork
They
here.
are. They are coming. Yeah, I was chatting with Mr. Haugen, and I asked him, I go, oh, you're from this area. It's like, I'm not anymore. Moved back to California, but took the opportunity to come back to where he was from. We were sharing some Phoenix isms.
Yep.
Yeah, they are. I love it. I also love Brandon's jersey.
Ooh, the Looney Tunes jersey.
Yep, and it is from the sponsor, Royal Flush Apparel, which is part of this event. Oh, I switched the screen on him. You could still see him bowling, but it is a combination of a whole bunch of cartoon characters.
Yep.
I'm a
You
fan.
got Warner Brothers, Hanna-Barbera. A lot of great characters there.
Yeah.
Flintstones, Looney Tunes. Who's your favorite? Okay, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Because we got a long time to talk.
Yeah,
Who
we do.
is your favorite Looney Tunes character?
I believe it was Donald Duck. I thought he was hysterical.
You can't say that because he wasn't a Looney Tunes character. That's a Disney character.
Oh, not Donald Duck. What's the duck? What's his name?
Daffy Duck.
Daffy Duck.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
I misspoke. I'm
Well,
showing my.
That's just a complete fail. So this exercise did not work out.
All right, Daffy Duck.
Yes, Daffy Duck.
The duck.
Yeah, Daffy Duck. Daffy Duck was good.
He's hysterical.
Yes, he was very good.
Who was your favorite?
I really liked Foghorn Leghorn.
He was the rooster, right?
The rooster.
Yeah, he's
No,
good.
I say, son.
Yeah.
But
oh my goodness.
Wild E. Coyote
That's
was
the dynamite guy, right?
He was always trying to catch the Roadrunner.
Yep.
Never did.
Yep.
But, he was a lovable loser. You just had compassion for the coyote because the poor guy never got
He couldn't win.
Roadrunner.
Yeah. That is like classic. Like if you have a child,
Let them watch.
Let them watch it, right? It's just classic cartoon.
Yep. Good, wholesome programming.
Yeah. We're going to go duck hunting every year. No, rabbit hunting. Rabbit hunting.
That was Elmer Fudd and
Elmer
Bugs
Fudd.
Bunny.
Okay, yeah, right. Rabbit hunting. Oh,
I'm
my goodness.
hunting wabbits.
Oh my
He would say
gosh.
wabbits.
Yeah. I need to go watch my Looney Tunes. Really, on the front, he has Flintstones too.
Yeah, so now
that
that's
was another classic.
See, that's a Hanna-Barbera
Oh.
production. Okay.
Look at Matt. Matt has all this knowledge. Old soul over here. Yeah.
So, that would be Flintstones,
Yep.
Jetsons.
Oh my goodness, the Jetsons.
The Jetsons, yep. So, yes. Yep, good stuff. Good stuff. We all know more about nothing now.
Yes. Yeah. What are your favorite characters in the chat? The
Yes.
classics.
Yep. Who's your favorite Looney Tunes character? Let's just keep it at Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
I want to know people's.
He has like Mighty Mouse. That must be a Hanna-Barbera.
I believe Mighty Mouse is. Yeah.
Yeah. It
Or
looks
no,
like
Mighty Mouse might have been a Disney character. Maybe I can't
I don't-
remember. No,
I don't think
Hanna-Barbera.
it was Disney because
Hanna-Barbera.
Cartoon Network owned all those characters. So come to watch the bowling, stay for the McNeil impressions.
There
I
we
was
go.
calling him McNeilism, but I do like McNeil impressions. Also, if you need vocabulary, stick around because McNeil has a very wide range of vocabulary.
Yes, I do. Man of.
Marvin the Martian. That was another
That's
great
a
one.
Hanna-Barbera character.
That's fantastic.
Marvin the Martian.
Yeah.
He was in Marvin the Martian was in the Flintstones.
Yes.
Yep. I think he crossed over into the Jetsons too. Maybe, I don't know for sure.
I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah.
The Jetsons made us all believe that we would have flying cars by this point.
And houses in the sky.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got my guy Kelso on lane 7. He's from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay. Yep.
He is a past football player.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
and Bowles is he is a student of the game. Is the best way to put it. He loves coming out to challenging conditions.
Yeah.
He's bowled a lot of the amateur tournaments all over the country, and flew all the way to Phoenix. Also coaches too. So.
Oh, Michael Fitzgerald. Okay, he's gonna correct me. Okay, so we got
Oh, Tom
the
and
great
Jerry.
yeah,
Oh,
but
go ahead.
the Great
Yeah.
Kazoo. No, so the Great Kazoo was
Is that the Jetsons?
that
Martian?
might have boy, it's been a long time. Michael's gonna have to correct us all here.
Rocky and Bull. Man,
Yep,
Check
Rocky and
MP
Bullwinkle
is
show.
rocking it with the flashbacks. Rocky and Bullwinkle
They had
was
their own show.
fantastic. They did.
That was a great show.
It really was. And Tom and Jerry.
Yep, Tom and Jerry
I
was a good
loved. If I was homesick as a kid,
Yep.
I was watching Tom and Jerry. Oh, trip it. Oh, Michael Haugen turned around for 9. He's like, I'll take
Oh.
it.
So this morning we watched a lot of people split a lot.
We
Now,
did.
On
Yes.
this featured pair where we have 3 very, very talented bowlers, we haven't had any splits yet.
No.
And I think, one of the things I've always said about great players is they naturally create good ball motion. And good ball motion is a very smooth shape that tends to not split a whole heck of a lot.
I was hoping that Mr. Sorigliano was going to pick that up.
Okay, Kazoo was the Flintstones. There we go. Marvin the Martian was Looney Tunes, and Kazoo was the crossover. He crossed over between Jetsons.
Thank you for the cartoon knowledge. Keep it coming.
I'm gonna sleep better now.
Yeah. Their cartoons were better in that era, though. You can't tell me that they weren't.
Yeah.
Because it was just great.
Yeah. Now,
Pepe, La
do you
Pooh.
remember the Super Mario Brothers Super Show?
No.
Oh, this was a gem. If anybody can find that, that was just an absolute gem of a show because it mixed between like a real life show, sitcom type, and cartoons, Mario cartoons. It only lasted for a couple of years, but it was quite good.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah,
But
the entrance, the theme song and entrance and exit were just so cheesy.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's worth a YouTube.
All right. I'll have
Visit,
to.
though.
I'll
Please.
have to go check it out.
Please watch it if you want to
So
waste
funny.
3 minutes of your life.
I could totally do that.
Yeah. Oh, Scooby Doo. Yeah, with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, Scooby Doo was great.
Scooby-Doo was
Scooby Doo's
great. another
another classic.
I liked when they were trying to chase down that chest when they had Vincent Van Gogh. Vincent Price, not Vincent Van Gogh. Sorry,
Yeah.
Vincent Price. When they had Vincent Price doing some narration for him.
We have nicknamed my dog Scooby Doo at times because he does this like build up before he runs.
Yep.
And then
So
you
he looks like
he
Scooby Doo.
looks exactly like Scooby Doo. Like it's like his legs are moving, he's not moving, and then he just takes off. So yeah, he has a little nickname. And of course the Scooby snacks. Those come out. We always have Scooby snacks.
Scooby. I think as a kid I would have eaten a Scooby snack.
You know, if you're looking for a fruit snack option in the aisle that is not healthy, we were going down this healthy kick.
Yeah.
But processed fruit snacks, the Scooby Doo fruit snacks,
Yeah.
are still the best.
Okay.
They're very processed,
Oh.
but they taste really good.
They taste good.
Yeah.
I remember the fruit snacks where they came in like kind of like a tinfoil pouch, and the yellow ones would break your teeth if you got one of because the yellow
Was
ones
this
were
the
just
Gushers?
no,
No.
Gushers had a soft inside.
Okay. I
But
don't.
if
yeah.
you got a yellow one, it would break your
It
teeth.
would break your teeth. That's awesome. If we're talking about Flintstones. I lived on the Flintstone vitamin as well. That was the only vitamin that I would take as a child.
Oh, absolutely. Those Flintstone chewables.
Yeah, 100%. Yep, I refused. If my parents were not buying brand name that month, it was not good. I was not taking vitamins. I really like the cartoon taste. The Ninja Turtles are another fan favorite usually. Those are more modern, the 90s, but if you need a good watch, even modern day.
Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. And you see those jerseys every once in a while pop up.
Yep.
It's very
Matt Russo
popular.
always wears the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
He does, yeah. We'll be here all week, folks.
Oh, just
Thank you.
keeping the commentary unbelievably riveting. I mean, we'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
And there's the ism,
Yeah.
the McNeilism.
Yeah. You know, that's like going to a monster truck rally. You know, kid seats $5. You know, hot dogs $5, tickets $5. We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
You could sell it. Speaking of selling it, Agent Ong has sold this event to a lot of sponsors,
He has.
and for good reason. It's a fantastic event. He has, as you said, Stephen Covey. We love Stephen Covey
Yep.
and his beliefs, and he has the end in mind.
Yes.
At this event,
Yep.
he is in for the long game. So if you are watching and are not here, put it on your calendar for next year, next October, Phoenix, Arizona. And we'll be here this weekend. We'll be everyone's trying to get to Sunday. That's the goal. Qualify for Sunday. Everyone wants to know how Robert Smith is doing so far.
He's got a lot of spares so far. Clean.
He does.
Yeah. Yep. Clean so far, which is good. You know, you don't want to dig a hole early because
that was him right there.
Get the black cloud ready. We
I
need
forgot to
you
make
forgot to make the
We
black
went
cloud
and
out.
visited one of the great sponsors of the
Yes,
event,
Mike
B3.
Calderon. Yep.
Oh,
Yep,
if
Mike.
you are in this area,
What a store.
I'm going there.
What
I'm
a
going to
store.
B3 training.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Unbelievable facility. Unbelievable.
And his wife, of course, bowled this morning, Brandy.
Yeah.
Shout out to her coming out, competing. Oh, wait. We do have Flora fans. Let me get Flora. Here's Mr. Flora.
Yep.
Everyone, if you're watching someone, let us know.
Yep. Oh, big double for Flora. That gets him on to 2-0 pace.
That was fantastic.
He does
and
not get cheated.
Nope.
No. He gets it all.
And I feel good about saying this. I think to your right, the right of your screen, Michael Haugen Jr. is going to pick this up.
Okay. All right. Nope.
Dang it.
You got 2.
Well, I tried.
Good
I tried
black
to get
cloud.
some good vibes, but I clouded.
Another black cloud.
I'm here for you all weekend to cloud you this weekend.
Yeah.
Some people at events always say, "Oh, I didn't make it to the live stream period." Sometimes I'm like, "You're lucky."
Yeah.
Like, I clouded you.
Absolutely. Yep, I talked about how everybody was clean so far on our pair in front of us, 9 and 10.
That ended.
And now we got 2 opens immediately. Possible third here with Matt Jones getting 5 through the middle. Yeah, so, well, there you go.
That's a great shot.
A for effort.
Ion Max.
Ion Max,
That
I
ball's
tell you
good.
what. That ball is, and I was timid. I was a little timid about how good that ball was going to be. Because I'm like, okay, Ion Pro I really like.
Yeah.
Love that ball. Very good ball. Very versatile. Like, put it in the bag. It's like your American Express card. Don't leave home without it.
Yeah.
Right? Okay? So I'm like, okay, Ion Pro. So now we get to Ion Max. We add a little more to the core, stronger cover. And I'm like, I'm seeing white. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because
White is scary.
White's a scary color for me
Yeah.
because when I see white, my eyes see, and this is me, I see balls that read a little earlier and a little more forward. So I'm like, oh boy, we strengthen the core, strengthen the cover. Is this going to be too much?
Sure.
Nope.
It's not.
We drilled them up at the Lucky Larson, and I mean, just immediately out of the box, you could tell this ball was going to be incredibly, and it's performing up beyond the expectations. So very, very good. Yep.
Yeah, and follow the Ion Pro fitting right in there. Where does the Ion Pro fit in your bag, Matt?
Ion Pro is, for me, right between a Phase 2 and an IQ Tour. If I would go from a Phase 2 to an IQ Tour, sometimes the IQ wasn't enough differential, so that having that asymmetry there, if I got to get off in the Phase 2 because of the cover, then I'm right there with Ion Pro. So for me, that's a good little transition.
Matthew's wig,
Said he just drilled one.
and he is the
Returning champ.
He is the returning champ, trying to defend his title.
Yep.
Drilled it specifically for this event. I've seen a lot go down the lane, so I don't think that's a bad decision.
No. Haugen doubled, so he's back in the 2-0s.
A shout out to Mr. Kelso, who just finished up his game to the left of our screen. I asked about Caden. I just saw Caden. So Caden and Michelle were at the SYC in Myrtle Beach last weekend.
Yep.
And I left there, came here, and I get to see the dad of the brood, Kelso. I just call him Kelso. He has a first name, but he's Kelso to everyone.
Yep.
So shout out to Michelle and Caden who are watching at home. I believe he is going to the right. I don't know if he's going to the right or not, but they are skipping a pair. Did you hear this?
Yes.
Okay, they're skipping a pair this round.
Robert Smith, 179 for those wishing to know.
And we'll be.
How about Brett Wolf, though? 4-bagger, gets him into the 220s. Another one gets him into the 230s. And look at the line he's playing. Look at him, money. He's covering a healthy amount of boards.
Yes, he is.
Brett Wolf. Another local. Another Arizona local.
There's a lot of great bowlers in this area.
A lot of good bowlers here. Tough area. It's a tough area. Boy, what a nice release that is.
Beautiful.
Oh, boy, could I watch that all day. He still has it. He's still got it. 239 for Brett Wolf. And a dandy at that.
It's not. I like that you're calling it. He's not done yet.
I know, but he's going to shoot 230.
You're man.
Worst case, he's going to leave a 7-pin here, and he shoots 230.
He's 230. I mean, he's in the 230s.
Yeah.
But if he does not strike here, I'm coming for Matt McNeil.
See?
There's the cloud.
He's stone 9'd. I clouded him real good.
All right, folks, we're going to take a short break as they're all changing pairs, and we're going to show a ad from one of the sponsors, Roto Grip.
Yes.
And we'll be right back.
Hello everyone, Chris Walker here, local Roto Grip staffer, and I'm excited to be a part of this team and introduce the new Idol Optimum Pearl. This ball is so smooth off the break point, and a great transition from the original Optimum. For me, the same break point down lane, I was able to move a few left with my feet, but throwing the same spot on the lane gave me the great pin reaction we all look for. I can see this ball is going to be a staple for me on most conditions. Can't tell you how excited I am to bring this 2-ball combination to my league season this year. Not to mention this ball pops with the color scheme Roto Slim mastered on this Pearl. Hope you're as excited as I am for this release. Make sure you own it.
Hey folks, Steve Klemkin here. The Optimum Idol Pearl. I had a lot of success with the original Optimum Idol, but that one was a solid, had a pretty heavy texture, so I used that ball when the lanes were quite a bit fresher and there was a real heavy volume of oil. But as we know, lane conditions break down and they force us to move more to the inside part of the lane. When I move a little bit left, I need something that's going to help give me a little bit extra kick down lane. In the Optimum Idol Pearl, you can see here, allows me to be between 3rd and 4th arrow and still creates plenty of mid lane motion and reaction, which is what I get out of my idols, but it gives me more kick down lane.
My name is Matt Wishman. I'm from West Haven, Utah. Been bowling all my life. The reaction on this ball is just new to my eyes. I'm used to seeing a Pearl that just goes so clean, so long down the lanes, and just has that giant hockey stick through the end of the pattern where it just knife hooks into the head pin. This one is more of a rounder shape, has more continuation than what I've ever seen before in all the earlier bowling balls that I've thrown. So that AI technology, it just doesn't matter if you hit high flush, come in with a spinner mixer, it's just gonna carry, make strikes all day long for you.
All right, we are heading back in for more bowling. Game number 2. Got Michael Johnston. We got Zach Wang. And we're going to have some standings. If you're following along at home, it is all updated on tournamentbowl.com. You can check out the standings. You can select up through the squad that we're watching, which today it's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock Thursday. That is where we're at. And bowlers will be added in as their scores are ran. And we have some great, the Agent Ong Open folks here, the team, they're hard at work, do a great job. Yeah, very accommodating. Put the bowlers first, as a tournament should.
Yep, absolutely.
Get that. I love messengers. I love messengers on live stream.
I don't know. I'm too old school to be impressed. It's just a flat 10 that got lucky. I'm sorry.
All right, that's fair.
I'm just going to be the old, bitter old man that tells the kids to get off my front lawn.
You know what? We need that. We need that voice.
Yeah. That's the same thing. I've thrown some messengers in my life. I don't throw them much anymore, but if I do throw one, it's just a flat 7 that got lucky. That's all it is. There's nothing outside of that. You watch the 6-pin. If for a right-hander, you watch the 6-pin just lays, lays into the channel or into the flat gutter. It's a textbook flat 10, and all that happened was you got lucky. That's it. So it's a break. You just say, hey, it's a break, and you move on.
I'm going to go get Matt McNeil one of those old school, the lawn chairs. You know, the ones with, like, the fabric?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll get that. We'll bring you one for the booth.
The weave fabric in the back. Yep.
Yep.
Cheap aluminum.
Yep. You need that and a hat.
And then knee-high socks with loafers.
Yeah. You should be wearing glasses,
and
like
shorts.
thick glasses.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
You're not matching your look. Oh, he went through it. He went through.
The washout?
He went through the washout, Zach, and he came back laughing. As what else can you do?
Well, yeah, I don't know what else would help there except for maybe a little self-deprecation humor, you know?
Man, strike, washout, out. Whew. Got a shout out for Kegel on the TV pair.
When we were talking about spares earlier, I guess he was not listening. 9 out, 6-3, 9 out. So,
Thanks for listening.
yeah.
We appreciate it.
That's all right. The young kids never listen anymore. They don't
Yeah.
listen to what I have to say.
Yeah, no. Amber wants to know, are there multiple feeds? There are multiple cameras that we're switching between, but no, it is just this one. We apologize.
Oh, yeah, check MP. Got to have the sunblock on the nose. Yep, painted on thick.
Oh, yeah.
Like primer paint. Yeah.
Taped up glasses.
No, that's just nerd. That's like the nerd thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Not necessarily older.
No. Although I feel like a button-down shirt with a pocket, with the pocket, you know, the
Oh, yeah.
and then maybe a pack of cigarettes in there or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Matt is.
We're off the rails. Okay, let's go back to
It's
talking.
day one.
I
You
know.
can't be off the rails yet.
I know.
He is. He's gone, folks. It was a good run.
It was a good run. Oh, we spent the first 15 minutes talking about cartoons.
Yeah. How is it gonna go?
Yeah. How is it?
Oh wait, I should go back because people at the Kegel fans will yell at me.
Now, if you want to look at an unorthodox style that has proven to win,
Yeah.
watch this man.
Solid shot. Will he make a spare?
Well, we'll see. It would be the first one of the game. We will see. I would guess that he's not going to miss the 6-pin.
Me too. I mean, he hasn't left well, I guess he has left makeable spares. I was trying to give him. I was trying to give
You
him
were
the benefit.
trying.
I was really was.
You were scraping the bottom of the barrel there, Blair.
9 out, 9 out. You can't. I apologize, man. This is it.
Now, how is he going to shoot this? Oh, he's going to shoot it. Oh, it hooked early and he missed it. See, I don't know if I would shoot that just normal right-handed,
Yeah.
you know.
So I will say, like actually, I think the scores look higher than this morning.
Yes, they absolutely are. They absolutely are. Let's check out the standings. How about that? Give us something productive to talk about here, Blair. Relevant, maybe. Something relevant.
They're not updated yet.
Nope. Okay. All right.
Unless I'm looking at it incorrectly. I don't think they're in. They're working on it.
They're working on it.
They're working on it, folks.
They're working on it. I got the boss man right over my shoulder here. He just gave me the nod, says they're working on it. He's probably gonna make a call and they'll be ready in about 5 seconds.
You might.
Yeah.
Got a shout out for the Santa Cruz bowlers. Michael Johnson, Ed, and Sean. Someone's asking who has the 5-bagger.
He's got the 5-bagger. That would. Yep. Erickson. Erickson's got the 5-bagger. Mr. Erickson. He's Carl's pool man.
Ah,
if you were
nice.
wondering. I guess he must have taken the last few days to be practicing because Carl's pool was a bit disheveled. I'm going to say disheveled. The pool was a bit in need of some TLC. We'll put it that way. Very beautiful pool, but I think Mr. Erickson was probably not cleaning Carl's pool and spending that time to practice.
Which is paying off.
Which is paying off.
Yeah.
It's paying dividends so far. Probably more than Carl pays him to clean the pool.
Matt, you got called out by Michelle. Neither normal or right-handed should be used in the same sentence as giggle.
Well, I said unorthodox. I didn't say normal. Black cloud for Erickson.
There you go.
Yeah, we black cloud.
I'm making an animation.
All right.
It'll be ready
It's on our
for
to-do
tomorrow.
list.
Yeah. Tomorrow morning, we will have our little black cloud.
Yeah. All right, so Kegel's got a strike up. He's on the right side of your screen. Let's see what he's going to do here. No. Oh, and that's not an easy one,
That
folks.
one's not.
Folks, trust me, if I could name you the spare I least want to shoot to win anything, I mean, a $10 sweeper, a $1 bet, okay, this is the last one. This is the top of my list of spares I do not want to shoot to have to win anything.
Okay.
For me, this is just a tough spare. More ways to chop it than make it.
Yeah.
He might have made it. Hey,
He did.
made it. All right.
And a little thumbs up.
Yep.
He's like,
Hey,
really?
I'm
All
on the board. Better late than never.
Yeah, it's only game 2.
That's what I said. Better
Yeah.
late. All right. How's our score situation? Nope. Nothing yet.
No, nothing. Where are we at? Come on. They're working hard.
They're working.
I very well could be using this website wrong as well, but I have clicked multiple tabs, and I
think
do
you're
not.
doing it right. I think
Okay,
you're
all right.
right.
Just making sure.
Yep, I think you're doing it right.
Tournament Bowl is incredibly easy to use. Sometimes I am technology impaired at times. Believe it or not, folks.
You know, life would be simpler for me if we went back to pagers, payphones.
Oh, the lawn chairs back out. Here we go. Pagers and payphones.
Yep. I
Do
tell
you
you
want to
what.
keep score by hand too, or are those
Yes.
okay?
Yeah, because I used to make tip money. I would go.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
would
true.
go as a young man, ride my bike up, and I would, if the traveling league was at the bowl where I grew up, I could keep score, and I would get tipped out from the guys.
That is
And
a
so-
job, a whole career that
Yeah.
is gone.
And that was back when you had the scoring tables with, on each side of the scoring table was an ashtray that held 6 cigarettes
Yeah.
each.
Yeah.
So, and of course, there would be 12 lit cigarettes at any given time.
Easily.
Even though there was 10 guys on the pair, there'd be 12 lit cigarettes because one guy would just be letting one burn down and forgot about it and lit up another one. And
I told some of the youth bowlers that we were hanging out with at one point that at an SYC or something, I go, hey, back in the day, you used to take the ashes and
rub them on your foot.
illegally put that on your. Well, it wasn't illegal at the time.
No.
Substance could
Yep.
be added to the shoe, but yeah,
If
you
you were
stick
sticking.
your finger into ashes and put it on to your shoes.
Yep.
And I don't remember being told to wash my hands after.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah.
We ate mud. I don't know.
I
You
know,
drank from
right?
the garden hose.
Yeah, it was.
It was a
Yeah.
different time.
It was. It
All
was.
Anyways,
We're off the rails.
Kegel has turned a double, 67 in the 6th, but he has. No, I'm looking at the wrong score.
No,
95 in the 7th with a double working, so he can get out actually for 185. And despite how incredibly poor he has bowled thus far, he can salvage 185. So I think that would be quite the gift. And he's on his good lane because he's been striking on lane 11 just about every time. So.
and here we can watch him bowl again.
Yep. Now, Erickson's coming back off the 4-9 that he left last time on that lane. He made a move, and it paid off. Very nice shot there for a double.
That was a great.
Yep.
I love his release.
I like the forward roll.
Yeah.
Up, Kegel turned that one around. He's like, I know where this one's going. It's dead flush.
Don't need to watch.
Don't need to watch. See, that's just bizarre to me. It's impressive and bizarre because I never struck enough to ever be able if I missed 5 makeable spares in the first 5 frames, I'm fine because I'll just backdoor, the last 5 or, no problem, right? Like I just never struck that much. So that's very impressive. For me, it's just impressive. Yeah, all I'm saying is I'm impressed. He can.
It is a different mindset.
It's a different mindset.
Yeah,
absolutely.
like if you can,
he can operate that way. See, look at that, 10 back again.
Totally good.
So he literally, if I was Tim Cagle and I'd missed 5 makeable spares, my head would have exploded. Because I don't miss that many in a year.
Right.
Okay.
And all of a sudden you've missed it in a game.
Yep, and I've missed it back to back to back to back. And then he turns the last 5 for 185, so that's not that bad of a game.
Nope.
If your bad game's going to be 185.
Today I said 180 for me.
Yep.
Was, oh no, did I say 190? 190 was even in my book at this tournament.
Yep.
I'm dropping it 10 pins immediately.
182. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's amazing.
That is unreal. That's just unbelievable.
It says she gave spares.
So, all right. We were talking about you, and I said you missed more makeables in the first 5 frames than I do in a year. But you struck out like it was no problem. See, striking's easy for this guy. See, that's the mindset.
Yeah.
It's
just a different mindset.
It's a mindset. I don't strike that much.
Yeah.
I wish I did, but I do not. Well, Brett Wolf is on 5 and 6, and he is struggling a little bit this game. He is pacing. Let's see, 118 in the 7th, 9 spare if he makes it spare in the 8th here, so 30, 50. So he's pacing 170 this game. So he's going to get back some of that.
And we have scores.
Yep.
So after game 1, looks like they're all in. Brett Wolf, 238 leading.
But he's going to give it back this game.
Yep. Garrett, 236. Garrett Striel.
Shane Smith.
Plus 32.
Josh Kennedy from Blaine, Minnesota. I bowled with Josh back when I was in Minnesota.
And Andrew Kane.
Yep.
Past president of the USBC.
Eagle winner. Team USA member. Bowled on tour.
Just a great person.
Andrew. Like Drew. Bowled with him many, many a time.
But overall, scores are a little higher on average. More bowlers. More opportunity to break down the lanes.
More traffic.
Yep.
I think the traffic is key.
Yeah.
That's key.
Traffic in the right part of the lane or
How about
all
Eric?
together.
All right.
Super solid game.
Really nice shot. Yeah, he threw a very good game. The 4-9 was just a bad break. He's thrown a very, very good game.
Yeah. We, of course, have the sweepers this evening.
Don't forget about those.
Yep. 6 and 8:30. If you're in the area, come on out. Did I get that right? 6 and 8:30? Or did I reverse it?
No, 6 and 8:30 on Thursday. You got it right. So another double or another strike for Mr. Erickson. So he is going to be in the 240s.
Fantastic. And this is a big game. He did not have a great start. Started with a 155, so this
Yep.
is a big jump for him.
So this gets him back to even, actually.
Yeah.
He's 45 under, and he shoots 243.
Fantastic.
So he's -2. Right back in the mix.
And then for anyone wondering, again, all the scores are on Tournament Bowl, but Sean was the leader this morning.
Yep, +39. Justin O'Donnell, +25. Chad Lucy, 1202. So I think Chad's inside looking out close,
Yeah.
but he's bowling again, which is prudent.
Oh, wow. He is.
Yep, it's
Wow.
prudent. I think that's a prudent move. It would behoove him to maybe put up something a little more solid, but I think if you're north of even, I think you're probably okay. We shall see. That's my early prediction.
Now, of course, Matt and I took a little wager this morning.
Yep.
Your number is -2. Mine is -15. Carl was in between. He went even, but he was not part of our original wager. He came in late.
Tough 7-10 in the 10th there.
That is
just
a tough one.
Just a ripping 7-10 from Mr. Flora. I mean, that is like a bomb went off in the pit. And I just don't understand
how the 7-10
that
remained.
happened. I don't understand. Tough game for Josh Kennedy down there, 150. Tough game for Matt Jones, 186, and could be a tough game for Brett Wolf if he strikes out. He's at 188. So 5 and 6 is.
It happens though. We saw that this morning. It can
crossing.
Yeah, you could be on a hot streak of 200s and come back and shoot 130.
Yep.
Don't wish it on you, but it can happen.
Oh boy, it happens fast here. You know, you throw a shot, a decent shot, but your alignment's wrong. You split. You go over to the next lane. Okay, I'm close there. I 4-pin. Let's say I make it. I come back. Now I'm making a guess here. Let's say I do a 3-1, and now let's say it does something funny and I split again. So now I'm two outs behind the black ball, and now I got to toss a 5-bagger to make up for it. And it's just I haven't made really a bad pass yet.
No.
You know? So it's just, I tell you what, it gives you. That's the reason why I got gray hair.
I love it. All right, folks, we're going to take a short break, and we will be right back. All right, and we are back.
We are back. Back again.
Matt, if you could go back, would you bowl two-handed?
Well, knowing what the sport has turned into, I would definitely say I would. I guess, but that's a hard. That's a. I don't know. Would I've won what I've won in my
It's
career?
true.
So that's a pretty tough question to answer.
Yeah.
Tough question to answer.
Yeah, because you have done exceptionally well at the highest level of amateur bowling that you can do, right? The Open Championships, the Eagles, that is the coveted prize for any bowler who, yeah, I mean, a lot of bowlers out here, that's what they're going for, right?
Well,
What
I mean,
advice do you
yeah,
have?
Even the pros. I mean, if you
For
asked
sure.
them like, "Hey, would you want to win an eagle?" They'd say, "Yeah."
100%, yeah.
You know.
And for years they were locked out. I mean, and now there are ways and divisions and rules and things to make it possible for players to bowl.
Yep.
Which is great.
Yeah. What the advice I would give to anybody is to take the steps, and I think the steps of your career are many, and they're small, and don't try to bypass too many steps. If you're a pretty good bowler in high school, start bowling junior scratch tournaments. If you're a pretty good junior scratch tournament player, um, then you can get noticed by a better college. If you're a pretty good college player, once you get done with college, you should be bowling all the local scratch tournaments, amateur tournaments. You should be bowling the TAT. You should be bowling the Peterson Classic. You should be bowling that stuff. Once you start winning there regularly, then I would say get your card and bowl the regional tour for 2-3 years. Once you start winning on the regional tour regularly, then you're ready to try the national tour. And I'm not saying, don't sprinkle the Masters in there, because I think that's a great tournament to go test your skills, see how you match up. But I think what happens is a lot of people say, well, I was a really good collegiate player, so I'm just going to, try the tour. And there's so many things that you miss in between college and the tour, that there's a lot of things you need to gain before you're ready to bowl on tour. And I think people skip too many steps too early, and then they go try to bowl on tour. They don't have a lot of success, because sometimes you do. It's not a black and white
Sure.
thing. But for the most part, people go out there, they get disheartened, and then they just kind of walk away from the sport. When there's so much it can offer you, especially if you take the steps and don't try to rush anything. It seems like everybody's in a rush they're in a rush to do this, they're in a rush to do that, and the journey is the best part. The road you take to get to the end of your career is what you should enjoy. And don't be in a rush to get to the end. And for a bowler in their career, generally the tour is, getting to tour level is the end of a chapter, and they kind of want to go from chapter 1 to chapter 12.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. There's a lot of story to be written in between there. So, and you're going to make a lot of great friendships. You're going to get to see a lot of great parts of the country, and you're going to get to have a lot of great memories with a lot of great people that will end up being your friends and support system for most of your life. And you'll gain the experience that you need, so when you do go out on tour, you're cashing every time, or you're being competitive every single time. You're not learning at a very expensive clip. When I got my card when I was 30, and every time I went out and bowled, I got a check. They paid me. So like, and tour was incredibly profitable, which generally it isn't for outside of 8 to 10 guys every year. So but by then I'd bowled for 10 years as an amateur. I had a very successful junior career, had a successful college career. So you just got to take everything in steps. Long story short, that's my advice. Take it in steps.
I think that's great advice, and I think we do hear players trying to skip the process. And hey, if college bowling isn't right for you, we get it, or college isn't right for you. There's a lot of different routes that you can take now, and like this event, it pays smart money if you are a youth bowler.
Yep.
Smart money can be used towards trade school.
Absolutely.
So
Go
you
learn
can
a trade.
go learn
100%.
a trade, and then on the weekends you can turn into that little weekend warrior, as they call it,
Yep.
and go and bowl as many regional events as you can.
Yep. Oh, hands down. Like, I mean, if you ask me about doing stuff over, I'd probably be an electrician, a plumber, or a welder,
Yeah.
or doing HVAC. HVAC. Oh my gosh. So I had living down in Florida. Our AC runs nonstop.
Yeah.
May through October.
Right.
So right before I'm supposed to get up at 4 in the morning, I got an HVAC issue. And, I'm dealing with that. I wish I knew a little more about it. But I'm just like, oh, man, this, and HVAC guys are super expensive. And
Oh, yeah.
So, but anyways, long story short. So let's, but you know what? If you get a good trade, your smart money can cover the trade school because it's pretty cheap. You can bowl all the local stuff. You can even stay a junior bowler.
100%.
I didn't get out of juniors till I was 21.
Right. Now you have to be 18.
No.
Or you're done at 18.
You're done at 18.
18
okay,
is,
so.
yeah. But still, 18, when you're in that last year, a lot of kids opt out that final year. And I'm like, what? Why? What are you rushing to?
Throw me out.
Yeah.
Because if I'm 18 and I've learned well and I'm done well, then I'm beating most of my competition.
100%.
And I'm gaining confidence.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting to a point where I'm believing in my skills and abilities. And that will serve me very well when I take the next step, which is starting to compete more, when I start to compete against the adults.
Yeah.
And I go out and I bowl the Tat.
Yeah.
I go out and I bowl the Peterson. And I go out and I bowl the Bradley. And I go bowl,
the Agent Ong Open.
Agent Ong Open.
Yeah, right.
And you start to go out and bowl some of these bigger tournaments. You're more prepared. So there we go. Matt's.
I love
Matt and Blair's life
advice.
Lessons.
Yeah, here we are.
For the kids.
Desiree says the picture is fuzzy, and I apologize. The one thing that happens in bowling centers, if you've been in bowling centers, is I've so far in my 33 years, I've yet to walk into a bowling center. That's not true. There are some good lit bowling centers, but for the most part, lighting is always slightly suspect.
Not the best.
In bowling centers. Not their fault. These buildings were made or built years and years and years ago.
50s, 60s, 70s.
Yep. It happens. I was live streaming with Danielle McEwen one time, and we were talking about building the perfect bowling center and what it would involve.
Bowltopia.
Bowltopia. It really is Bowltopia.
Bowltopia.
Yeah. That is the perfect bowling center. Shout out to our friends in Asia. Yep. Yeah. It looks like we got Mr.
the boss.
Carl
the boss
Ong is coming in. So we'll figure out who he's replacing.
Yep.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back here, and we have the boss.
Stop that.
No?
No boss here.
Well, the man who does all the heavy lifting.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
dude. Trust me, man. It is not. Tournaments like this do not put themselves together. They just don't, and it requires many, 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 many hours of effort.
I would agree. I've been working on this since the last one.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
So what are you seeing out there?
Well, there's a high emphasis on shot making, which is fantastic. That's what we want to have. There's a very high emphasis on spare making because you're not striking a whole heck of a lot. Some bowlers are putting together some strings, but being able to avoid the circled numbers and the open frames is incredibly important. I think there's still a decent amount of ways to shear the sheep, but I would gravitate definitely towards the middle part of the lane. I know people say the outside is good in this building, but when this pattern stretches, I just don't see it happening. So I think being more in the middle part of the lane, treating the track like your gutter, I think that's the key. That's where I would be in there, probably with a more forward hand, just a very smooth ball, very smooth hand, very smooth speed, just trying to not give up the pocket. And then I think you just need to be patient the first few games, wait for them to develop a little bit. And then I would say you're probably going to get a little more aggressive with your scoring pace, or try to be. But in the early going, I'm looking for very good control of the pocket, 190, 2-0, 2-1.
So I heard you had a prediction.
Yep, we made a bet.
Okay. Has that changed since you've seen now a little bit into squad 2?
No, I feel pretty good about my number.
Okay.
Yep, I feel very good about -2.
Okay. So last year, I don't know if you know this, the cut score was 0 for 8 squads. And now after all 8 squads combined, it was 0. And then we took 1 squad away.
Yep.
And I'm still sticking with 0.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm 2 pins off,
Right,
I
no,
feel
for
pretty
sure.
good about that.
I think even if Blair's 15 pins off, that's still
Pretty good. Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be right around that neck of the woods.
Any standouts in your head that you've seen so far that kind of came across here?
I mean, we had Brett Wolf earlier here, and Matt Jones, and Sirigliano, and Haugen, but then they all went to their next pairs and didn't bowl very well. So the cross is incredibly difficult here. Tim Kegel, watched him, shoot 180, and I look over at him now, and he's shooting 180 again. So,
Right.
Actually, no, he's shooting more than that. He's
on
pacing
pace 2-0.
Yeah, he's pacing 2-0. I think the cross in this building's really hard. I think lane to lane, pair to pair, it's very, very difficult. So it's just a lot of old school grinding, I think, which is, man, I tell you what, if I was still bowling, I love tournaments like this. I love it where it's a real emphasis on mental strength, shot making, spare making, patience, mental fortitude. Those are the tournaments that I really, really enjoy. That's why I always enjoyed bowling the Peterson.
Right.
Because it's such a patience contest.
Almost an impossible tournament.
Yeah, I mean, they make it so bad that you just have to be so mentally strong, and just being able to be humbled. I think that's one of the toughest things for bowlers too, is the ego factor gets in, and they don't want. The best bowlers I've ever seen are very humble. They're very, very humble, because the lanes will humble you. at some point in time, and you just have to just take your lumps and do the best you can.
You know, the goal of this pattern that I put out that that no one really sees until the end of the tournament is hard but fair. I'm not trying to get you guys to shoot 120 under. That's not the goal. The goal is the emphasis of not trying to see who can outstrike each other.
Yep.
Either it's not a strike contest. It's a shot making contest.
Absolutely.
And that's what I was talking to Blair about earlier. Is just the feedback I had last year was hard but fair.
Yep.
Playable.
Yep.
Definitely, you were going to be penalized if you threw it out.
Yep.
You just threw a bad shot. You were going to get penalized for it.
But if you threw it good, for the most part, you got a good result. 9 spare is a good result here in this environment. Okay, a strike is even better.
You catch a double, you leapfrog half of the field potentially.
Exactly, and I always said there's a very fine line. If you don't want it to get so ugly, where if you throw it good, you're still penalized, right? And it just becomes who doesn't split the most. You don't want to get to that side. But then you don't want to be on the giveaway side either, where it's, well, if, my draw, I hit more high-end pairs than low-end pairs, or I followed these two people, and, so I was able to strike more.
Right.
We don't want that. So we want about as fair as of a shake as we can get, because when people feel like it's fair, they want to come out and bowl. Erickson, your pool guy, is he's turned it on here. He bailed that game out for 215, shot 245, so he's in the plus.
Brad can bowl. I joke with him. He actually runs a pool company, and yes, he does service my pools, but he's a buddy of mine that I've known for a long time, and he can bowl. He was looking forward to it, and he bowled last year. At least in these parts, down here in Phoenix, everyone's been looking forward to it. So I'm very blessed, and I'm very humbled, and thank you to all the bowlers and sponsors for coming out and making this event the way it is. And I'm really surprised actually to have 50 plus bowlers or whatever number ended up being with walk-ins at a Thursday at 2:00.
Yeah, this is a very good turnout for Thursday at 2:00.
Hey, thank you, Nate, for the kind words. Hopefully, I'll see you here this weekend.
All right, so here's a question for you. At this point in the juncture, would you be throwing your thing?
No.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Do you agree?
I 100% agree. I think if you're trying to use that right now, you gotta wish for 150 to 170.
Yeah.
You're wishing for that.
Yeah, you're in jail.
Yeah, I don't think that's the play. Yeah, and I tell you what, if you can get a really good field and you can keep them around even for a cut, that's pretty darn good, man.
That's
really
been my
good.
goal. Year one, I mean, like I said, it was surprising. It was dead at 0. So we'll see what happens. I don't remember many people that escaped a squad without shooting a $150 or less. I mean, it just seems to catch you somewhere in your cross. It will happen. It almost inevitably will happen.
Oh, in this building, absolutely, because lane to lane, pair to pair, it's bad.
Yeah,
it's I mean, not bad in like
lane bad, right?
That's a bad term. It's difficult because the topography is very different.
Yep.
It's very difficult, lane to lane, pair to pair,
absolutely,
end to end, section to section. So yes.
And there is no book for this center.
No, there isn't.
There is no book for this center.
And I'll tell you what, even if you have a book, okay,
it wouldn't play the same.
That's it won. And I've learned that the hard way too, because they would give us, when I was a rep, they'd give us books, but the mapping could be 2-3 years old, and it's changed.
So let me ask you a question. As successful as you have been throughout your career, How would you attack these lanes right now?
Oh, we were kind of talking about that earlier. I would be closer to the middle part of the lane, using the track as the gutter. I would be pretty forward with it, using a really smooth, slow reacting ball. And I think for the first 3 games, you're really just focused on a nice shape into the pocket, and take your 9 spare, take your 8 spare, try to mix around a double and tip your cap and move on, and really keep your nose clean. If you can get on a pair that has some development, you know, then you're like, okay, I can, now I got a little something. I don't have to be exceptional. Now I can throw it great, and instead of 9 spare, I'm getting a strike, and I can connect some of those. And you get on a good pair that's favorable. You try to hit it for 230, 240, and that's not out of the realm, because we're seeing that. We're seeing
Right.
guys shoot a 230 game. We're seeing guys shoot a 240 game. But the problem is the low games for them are 150 or 160. That's what I'm saying. The first 3 games, I think it's ultra imperative to be playing closer. I believe you should be closer to the head pin, tracks the gutter, and you're really just trying to control the pocket and make spares. And that's an incredibly boring proposition. It's not fun. It doesn't have much sex appeal. But I'll tell you what, it's very solid. It's very sound. And when you start to score, you're not digging out of a hole. It's
Right.
all to the good. You don't owe anybody those pins. You're not
Correct.
paying them back. It's all gravy. So I think that's really, really important. So like I said, I would probably right now, if I was playing them, I would probably start out. I'm thinking, I'm 17, 18 at the arrows, probably to 14, 15, very tight in front of the pocket, very forward, with probably a pin-up symmetrical solid, with a medium surface on it. And I'm just hitting that spot. And if I flat 7, okay, it's cost of doing business right now.
Yeah, but 7 is better than 7 count.
Yeah, because I can make 7 pins till I'm blue in the face.
Right.
But you're saying, okay, 7 pin, cost of doing business. You get a little high, you leave an 8 pin, cost of doing business.
Yeah.
But you just got to be in
We
that
leave
mode.
makeables.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just the mindset that you have to put yourself in. And I've always said, being mentally prepared is, for what you're going to be doing, is more important to me than being physically prepared. Because when you get to a certain level, the physical thing is
It's all
what it is.
repetition at that point.
Yeah, it is, and it's really more the choices you make and the mental can you stay within yourself? Can you stay humble? Can you stay focused? Can you stay patient? Can you stay objective, where the decisions you make are logical and well thought out, and not emotionally panicked decisions? So there you go. That's how the best in the world thinks. So if you're listening,
Well,
you just got it.
don't hate that answer. Let's see what we got here for the cut.
Minus 17 right now. If it was to end right now.
Yep. If it was the end today. Well, we can't take into account, only having game 2 so far.
Yep.
I mean, there's bigger scores in theory this squad, because you have 4 players that are currently over their plus.
Yep. More players on more pairs, more talent. This has got more talented players on it than the first squad did.
Yep.
So yeah, they're going to be different.
Just as a reference point for you, when you go to Tournament Bowl, if you
Yep.
see them in red,
Yep.
that means they're on a re-entry.
Okay. All right.
So,
That makes sense.
just so you kind of feel that out, just to know.
Yep. We got Sam Cooley coming into our vision. We got Andrew Kane coming into our vision. We got, we got some good players coming down. So in the next game or two, they will be on the live stream pairs. So what do you think, Carl?
Ooh, in regards to
So, what do you think?
overall, I mean,
how's everything going so far?
running smooth. We give ourselves enough time between squads for people to have their break and to get some food and get some intake, get some energy back.
Yep.
I kind of pride myself on starting on time. You'll never, for the most part, never have to wait on us. And we pay immediately. Give us 5 minutes outside of when the tournament
And
your
you're paid.
squad is over,
Yep,
and
you're
you'll
paid.
just come to the desk
Yep.
and we'll get you paid.
Yep.
We try to work as efficient as possible.
Yep.
So far, we do get lines at check-in because half of them are walk-ins. They didn't want to bypass the opportunity to do an online registration, so here we are.
Yep.
But we have an hour to check everyone in, and I will tell you that I don't believe that we'll ever start late. As my hopefully a gift to you.
Yeah, no, that's I think that's great. I mean, I always, kind of my checklist for when I was a bowler.
Do you mind if I place you on mute just
Yeah,
one? Can you send me down? I want to answer.
Putting you on mute. Yeah, as I was saying, my checklist as a bowler always was starting on time, scoring moved efficiently, scores were up efficiently, and then getting paid reasonably quickly. Not having to wait a week or two for your money. So definitely this event checks the boxes, and if I was still competitive, I would definitely be bowling. Nice shot there. Yes, we are showing the Robert Smith Brooklyn Rob match, and that'll be immediately following the conclusion of the sweeper. They'll have to dress a pair, of course, and it'll be dressed with the tournament pattern, and then that match will begin, and we will be covering it. So stick around, stay tuned.
happening? What'd I miss?
We were just talking about the tournament.
Great. That's awesome.
Chad Lucy turning a 4-bagger.
Fantastic.
Yep. Yep, somebody down on 5 and 6 has a pretty healthy string going so far. Letter B. Gentlemen, that is.
Lanes are transitioning.
Yeah, I was just talking with Chad here. He felt like they were getting a little clipped. And I think that could be true because we have more bowlers, maybe using a little more surface. On a re-oil, generally transition's going to happen faster. And they will play a little flatter, so I can see that happening. I think lanes are starting to open up. They're getting to that point where they're going to start yielding some higher scores. And I think we're going to see the right-handers playing a little more left to right and being able to slow shape the lane a little more. And I think we're going to see some scores.
Here's Chad, as you mentioned.
Hey, I didn't black cloud somebody.
Nope. 5 in a row.
Yep, and the bowler down on 5 and 6, that B bowler, keeping his string alive.
Fantastic.
Yep.
I see someone say that the raffle tickets, Derek says, get your raffle tickets at the Agent Ong Open.
That's right.
And I did see some of these youth bowlers that are selling tickets, and they are ready to take your money.
That's right. Goes
For
to a good
cause.
cause.
Right. Did you answer the Christopher question, showing the Robert Smith Brooklyn Rob match
Yep,
today?
I did.
Good, perfect.
Yep. That's why he replied, thanks.
Oh, I guess I should have kept reading.
Yep.
Never
No,
mind.
that's all right. Don't worry. Gave me an opportunity to jab you a little bit.
Yeah, there's plenty of those all weekend. Folks will be here all week.
Yep. Absolutely. Oh, nice washout spare there. All right, so here on 5 and 6, do we have our screen up on 5
and 6? Let me.
This
let me
guy's
put it
got
back
the
here.
big string here.
Oh, nice. I almost went away from him.
Oh, I just black clouded. He
See?
split.
I should have went away from him.
Yeah.
It was safer when the camera wasn't on him.
Yep, it was.
He'll pick up his fare though.
Now it's the 2-4-8-10. See what happens. So if the name is in red, that means it's a re-entry.
Ah, okay. And so his top score. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so Brett Wolf. Did you already read the standings after 3?
Oh, let's read.
Brett, okay, we haven't done that. Brett Wolf.
Yep.
Plus 68.
Yep.
Brad,
the hard way too. 238, 176, 254. That's 668 the hard way.
Yeah, everyone
right.
wants to shoot it that way.
Yep.
Brad Erickson, after the big 240 on live stream, has kept the momentum going. 215 plus 13. DJ Kneifel? Well, someone will tell me how to pronounce that.
Kneifel.
Go for it. Plus 1.
Yep.
And then, of course, Kyle King right behind them. Minus a little bit.
Tim Kegel hanging around at minus 33 despite his best efforts with the spare shooting.
Yeah. So now Chad will. Okay, so if they're in red, the red is eliminated because their score is higher.
I don't know. Chad should be in red too.
Yeah,
he bowled
right.
earlier. I'm just repeating what Carl told me.
I'm with you. I'm following.
Yeah.
What about the asterisks? The asterisks, I did find out, those are the people that are in the progressive.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So those are
Progressive.
eligible bowlers for the big progressive that was an addition this year.
Yep.
I believe, to the great Agent Ong Open.
Yep. All right, Chad.
Oh.
Lucy, 6-bagger.
Here we go.
With the unique, that's a Kyle Troop kind of outfit.
It is. I'm digging it though.
Yeah, I like it. See, and I like what Chad's doing. He's thrown a Summit, which is a stronger core hybrid cover, very smooth, slower response ball, and he's just kind of sending it out there, letting the track take it back in. I like that.
Well, Chad's a player. I mean, he bowls.
Chad bowls a lot.
If there's regional events, he is there.
He does bowl quite a bit. Now, there's a gentleman here with a big strain right in front of us, 9 and 10.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. And he's up now on lane 10 on the bottom left of your screen. Or he might be up on lane 9. Where is he? He is up
9.
on lane 9.
Yeah.
So he's going to be on the bottom. Red is second entry. Yep. So Chad should be in
Red. Yeah.
red. Well, there goes that black cloud. Yep. Misses the head pin right.
But you know, here's the crazy thing about this pattern. He probably only missed like 2 or 3 boards.
Maybe, yeah.
But down like at target,
Yeah.
and then down lane, it just becomes so significant on
Magnified.
on this fantastic, challenging pattern that the Agent Ong team has put together for all the folks bowling. Shane Smith here has the retro name jersey that's embroidered. He's bringing it back.
Yep.
Remember when we all used to do that?
Yep. Wear embroidered polos.
Yeah.
Yep. Uh-oh. Oh, Shane. Little grabby grab there. This is not an easy spare on this pattern here. Shooting the 5-9
No,
for Shane.
I'm not signing up for it.
I don't envy shooting that one. Now, if I was Shane, I would play a little fallback starting left of the 5 pin.
Me too.
To try to eliminate the chop.
Especially since he went Brooklyn.
Yep. See, Shane's going to go at it from the right side, which increases the probability of the chop.
But he gets it.
He got it. All right. Way. Yep. He's like, oof. Boy, I'm glad that's over.
No
I don't
kidding.
blame you, buddy. I'm right there with you. I don't want to shoot that thing. Yeah, even the makeable spares can be compounded because the pattern is so difficult.
Like, did he? I was just gonna say on lane 11, I wouldn't want to like the multiples.
Multi-pins, yeah.
No, even if the head pin's involved.
Yeah. Well, off to my right here, I'm watching Sam Cooley. He just shot 149.
Ouch.
150 if he gets 2 off this 4.67. Yeah, it can go from bad to worse here pretty fast.
Aaron Yamamoto is coming to the live stream pair. I'm looking at his scores right now.
Yep.
Game 1, he doesn't want me to talk about. It was rough.
Yeah.
But then he went 210, 190, 192. So we'll
Good
see.
shot.
We'll see what Aaron brings to this pair.
Good shot from Chad Lucy, striking the 10th. That's going to guarantee him some plus pins. He's got 258 possible. My goodness, what a game. Wow. That's might be high game of the day so far for us that we've seen. If he can cap it off.
100%. We've not, within our viewing.
Just to the left, we got Garrett Streel working on 240. It'll be 240 something.
Still great.
Still
Yeah.
a great game. Fantastic. We have young Garrett Streel here. He's got a 5-bagger. Boy, he's got a potential for a big one, too. I think he can get to 258. So let's watch. Ooh, gets the old tickler. Yes. That a boy, Garrett.
The tickler.
That's what it is.
I know.
You tickle them down.
It's just,
Absolutely.
it's awesome.
Yeah, the tickler.
You know, Carolyn Doran Ballard was telling me a story this year about her practice session with some other bowlers that were going out to bowl some high-level events. And Carolyn was throwing many. She was bowling a match. They decided let's bowl a match. Let's get ready. She was carrying all the light hits, and the high-level player asked her, "Are you going to make a move?" And she looked and said, "I am not." And she goes, "But you're not in the pocket."
Doesn't matter. You ride that horse till she bucks you, or
That
you
is-
don't ride at all.
And another Matt McNeil-ism to start off your evening if you're on the East Coast.
You ride that horse till she throws you off. He or she, whatever type of horse you choose, doesn't matter.
All right, Matt, we're taking a short break, and we will be. Oh wait, we're not.
No, we gotta
we
watch.
still-
So the gentleman on 9 can shoot 230.
I apologize. I
Yeah.
almost went away.
All right, he made the 3-6-10 the hard way. So he's going to shoot 230 something. That's a heck of a game, too.
Yeah.
So look at this. On 9 and 10, we had 257 by Garrett Streel, which is a phenomenal game. And then this gentleman shooting 230.
100%.
236.
Fantastic.
Boy, that's a fantastic game there. Well done.
All right, now we are taking a break.
Now we're gonna
and
take a break.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
right, Matt, we are back. They're in game number 5 already.
Game 5. Yep, we got Sam Cooley, Andrew Kane. Sam's on 9-10. Andrew Kane, 11-12.
You know who's not going to miss spares? Andrew Kane. I don't see him missing many spares.
He's usually a pretty solid spare shooter. Well, Sam Cooley's starting off with a triple in front of us. So. Good comeback after the struggles last game.
Truth story.
Yeah. The tough hits continue for Andrew Kane. I saw he had about 150 last game.
Aaron here. He told us that the lanes are incredibly tighter
Down here. Then, oh boy. Oh, hold on.
That is why you throw plastic, folks.
You know, I'm gonna say this. Add a little something. So for most bowlers, I highly recommend throwing plastic.
Okay.
Most bowlers. Now I'm gonna say that Norm Duke never used a spare ball.
True story.
So Mr. Kaggle just informed us that he had a clean 206.
Yes, after his exceptional spare performance
After
on the live stream.
Adventurous spare shooting, to say the least. So Norm Duke never used a spare ball. Gary Dickinson never used a spare ball. I never used a spare ball. Pete was off and on with the spare ball. But some of the best spare shooters out there, and I think Norm is the best spare shooter ever.
Yeah. Me too.
I think you just got to learn what works best for you, and then really, really dial in that technique. I think the technique of how people shoot spares is so, and then the mental aspect is so incredibly important. I see a lot of people with bad technique and bad angles, doing things that out of the norm for spares. So it won't matter if they threw resin or plastic, because they increase their odds of missing them. But technique and the mental thing is very, very important. But not everybody needs a spare ball.
No.
But it's highly recommended until you develop good technique and a good mental process.
Well, and I hear kids a lot say, "Oh, I'm not taking a spare ball to Junior Gold," which is of course one of the largest tournaments. Or even if you were bowling like this tournament, and you might be traveling and want to drop the spare ball. To your point, practice it, right? If you want to go the no spare ball route, work on your game, work on your hand position on your release, because that's what makes Norm so great.
Yeah.
Man, he can flatten out that hand.
Even cut it a little bit. He can play just a tiny bit of cut. And that's one of the things he always said to me is he goes, if I put just a tad bit of cut on it, I take away the chop. And that's huge. If you never chop a 3/6-10 in your life, that's huge. Or highly diminish the possibility of it happening. Incredibly huge.
Yeah, agreed. scores are being input currently. We'll have a score update soon.
We will. Certainly will.
Hoping our guy Dave Sorigliano bounces back. He had a rough game 3.
He's had a couple of rough passes so far. And Andrew off to the left, to right. I think Drew is just too far right. That's
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna go with. Too far right with not enough angle. If he's gonna play that far right. That I think. Whoa. Sam Cooley went on an adventure there and got 5.
That is what you can do on this pattern. It's quite easy.
Yeah, Drew's trying to shim it, but there's no shim. It's pretty flat in there.
I want to know who he's repping on the front of his jersey. He's got an auto.
Looks like a local dealer of automobiles.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam might go through them. Oh, that was close. I thought we might see another repeat of the 5 go through both of them.
It's incredible. It's hard to do.
Oh, very hard to do. You could give somebody another 100 tries at it, and they won't be able to do it. But somehow they find a way to do it when the lights are on.
And he will go catch that clip and trim it and put it on his socials.
That's right.
Look what I did, folks.
Yeah.
Sometimes moments like that are great. Even if you're not bowling great.
Yeah, you just got to take it as, sometimes you just got to laugh those things off.
Ramsey Automotive.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Boy, this Michael Fitzgerald, he is wired into the bowling scene here in the greater Phoenix area. So, Michael, thank you. We appreciate it.
It's a cool logo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great shot by Sam Cooley.
Yeah, that was a little better than the last one.
Okay, the scores have been inserted.
We're updated.
Brett Wolf continues to lead.
Yep.
Plus 68.
Kyle Kane with 240 the last game, so he got to plus 21.
DJ plus 15. DJ, I don't know how to say his name. We'll get a pronunciation. If someone in the building knows how to pronounce DJ's last name.
How about Shauna Strauss?
Shauna, 244, game 4.
Old Mrs. S.
Garrett, 257. Shoot, Chad. So there was a 242, 257, 244, 257, and 248 last game.
Yeah. You probably had that 247 game. You're like, oh, I got the high game pot, or the Nassau, as we call it, where I'm from. Down in Florida, we call it Nassau. But you're like, I got the high game pot easy there.
Yeah, no.
Easy, no problem. No, sorry, sir.
Yeah. Any other game you do.
3 other people beat you.
Yeah, no kidding.
Thanks for trying, though.
Try again next game.
Yeah.
240s, they're easy to come by. You could do it again.
See, look at Michael Fitzgerald coming through again.
Needful. Thank you, Michael. Michael, what are you doing this weekend?
We'll comp him a ball and set him in here the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, right? Yeah. It's a double for Sam Cooley.
Yeah.
I'm liking Alex's game, too. Is Alex Benton here?
Oh, on what lane?
He just bowled on 9.
All right.
He did not exactly. I completely clouded him.
My man. My man's got 89 in the 9th.
I'm just saying I like his game.
Okay,
I don't like his score.
Okay, all right. I was going to say, if you like 89 in the 9th, we might have to have a talk.
Yeah.
Michael is going to bowl Saturday morning. All right. See you then.
Alex shot 205 last game.
Yep.
Struggled the rest of the games, but Michael, we understand the stupid work thing. Well, thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
We'll be looking for your insight tomorrow as well.
Ooh, 2-8-10.
Ouch.
Sam.
That was an ouch shot.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I
No.
mean, maybe it was just a bit quick, but it seems like the left lane seems to hang a little more in front of the 3-pin than the right lane. It's kind of the gist I've been getting. Uh-oh. Well, so that's one way to clear a deadwood. Oh, Sam almost got the bounce out of the pit there.
He did.
Yeah, almost got it.
We got Kurt Lucas. I think someone was asking about him earlier. If I remember right. Oh, that's a lucky break, as Matt would say.
Oh, a messenger?
It was not a messenger. It was a trip.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very favorable break.
Yeah.
Now, trip fours, I will generally say, are actually that's a product of good ball roll.
Okay.
Generally speaking, good ball roll, good ball motion will create a trip four.
Here's Chad.
Chad Lucci's been grinding away, 9 spare, double 9 spare, and then he just made a 210 on the left-hand lane.
Who says that 210s aren't makeable spares?
Yeah.
Even though there's a circle around it on the scores.
Yeah, and that's the overcompensation. You see, it's so easy to happen. He's pointing. Yeah, he's pointing because he's like, "Gosh, I didn't want to go light again, so I made a move." And I've really found as these lane surfaces get older and older and older that you have to play a pair of lanes as two different bowling centers.
100%.
The left lane is the left lane, and the right lane is the right lane. You know, you have center A and center B. I mean, and I've found that, you know, 2 ball in it, you know, so 1 ball on the left lane, 1 ball in the right lane has become a lot more prevalent than it ever has in the past.
You know, the first, I think it was Verity. I can't remember who I was chatting with, but for years I had heard people talk about treat the right lane, left lane different. It's not a pair of lanes. And the one thing I had never thought about was if you walk into a bowling center, they don't automatically sell you a pair of lanes.
No, they sell you 1 lane.
They sell you 1 lane.
Yeah.
So on a Friday night, you have a complete variety of bowling going on lane to lane, not pair to
Knife. Knife. Oh, it's knife. We got it. All right. Thank you. Kneifel.
Kneifel.
Even our inside man got it wrong.
Man Fitzgerald.
Yeah. Kneifel.
200.
Yeah. 200 game.
On the nose for Mr.
Nothing gained, nothing lost. More importantly, nothing lost.
Yep. That was for Aaron Yamamoto.
Yamamoto.
I love that last name.
I like it too. Yamamoto.
It's fun. I don't think anyone hates you, Michael Fitzgerald. We don't, certainly, in the booth. You'll have to come introduce yourself on Saturday when you get here.
Yeah, you can talk to Kneifel.
Yeah.
Say, I got it wrong all these years. No, Michael, we're just having some fun here.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. All is well. Sam's going to end up with 180 here.
Sam Cooley having a little rough go of things.
Thus far, yeah, and
Can't get anything going.
Hasn't been too positive. I feel like he's in the right zone. I don't feel like he's not doing anything crazy. It's just the ball is not matching up right now.
That's what I felt for a few of the bowlers this morning. I felt like they weren't bowling poorly or executing. They just might not be matched up, which is why bowling is so difficult.
Yep. Because you can never recreate the environment you're in, and you got to make a guess. And it's either going to be right or wrong. And you hope you guess right.
100%.
Try to make the best decision you can. If that one doesn't work out, go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Fitz. Our guy is Fitz.
Fitz.
All right, Fitz.
Old Fitz there. All right. So Lucy, he's trying to claw his way back to a double here. Oh, very nice.
He's throwing the Sublime Focus.
Sorry, I thought that was a summit.
Oh,
It looked like a summit from when I saw him out of the corner of my eye.
Oh no, yeah, he might have been throwing the Summit over there. He might have made a ball change.
Oh,
but
yes, that's true. Yeah.
the Sublime Focus is a very unique piece, a symmetrical.
Very strong
piece.
symmetrical.
Yeah.
Very, very strong symmetrical. Yeah.
So great option for players when you're kind of in a situation where you need a strong symmetrical.
Yep.
We talked about the Ion Max earlier. That's an asymmetric strong piece.
Yep.
Another reason why in the SPI lineup they really work hard to not replace or not step on other items. They want stepping stones.
Yeah, I think having a good front to back, side to side catalog is incredibly important. It's like having a toolbox. You know? You don't show up with 9 hammers.
That would be not good.
I mean, you can, and I don't mean because we have. Okay, so how about let me rephrase? You don't show up with 9 screwdrivers.
Yeah.
No, you can show up with 9 hammers, and I'm sure the folks at Hammer would love you.
I did not actually go immediately there, but that's
my
that's
mind
funny.
clicked there. Yeah. You don't show up with 9 screwdrivers. How about that?
Yeah.
Everybody tries to make good tools for the bowlers, and that's what we're looking for. Make good tools for the bowlers, because every ball is a tool to be used for a different application.
100%.
There we go.
I love it. All right, so Andrew Kane here. Let me go back because he's doing some fill work. He got the first one in the 10th, which he definitely wanted.
Gets him to the 160s.
Yeah.
Now he's been playing in, and I think he didn't have enough angles. Now I think he's increased his angle through the front part of the lane. Yep.
Oh yeah.
And that was too much angle.
Yep.
Yep.
Somewhere in between there.
Somewhere.
Or if he's gonna be there, he just needs a ball that'll pick up.
Yes, a ball that'll pick up, softer speed.
Yeah.
Now Chad Lucy back on 7 and 8 has turned to triple, so he's got 232 possible. It's going to be 164 for Drew.
Not what he wants.
I think he has a re-entry in his future.
He had 1 strike that game.
Yeah, it's been a tough go.
I mean, now credit to Drew, like we talked about spare shooting, right?
Made his spares.
That was a lot of spares.
Yep. For 160.
Yeah, with no strikes.
Yep. Yes.
All right, and we're going to see Chad finish this game. Chad has the highest game with it. Oh, we do have a 230, but there are not many high games anymore as opposed to the previous game.
Yep.
Where everyone was shooting 240 and above. Not everyone. I say that jokingly, but...
Well, and we've been seeing so much, somebody has a good game and then they follow up with a bad game.
100% all day long,
This is an opportunity for Chad to have 2 good games.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Oh, very nice.
Stepped into it.
Yeah,
You loved it.
That was a great shot, too.
Yeah.
That was really, really good. That was a very well executed attempt there. Very, very good.
Shauna Strauss sighting.
Uh-oh. Just a bit outside.
Yes.
Oh, that was a little left, Chad. Yeah, that was a little left. No, that's all right.
So yeah, still
Take your 230 and go back, go to your next pair and try to get out of it with your skin intact and tip your cap to the doorman and go on home. Have yourself a refreshing, cool beverage. Now, I'm going to give a plug to the center, if that's okay.
100%.
All right, can we do that here?
Yeah.
Okay. So, super specials today at Bolero, $3 bottles, okay? Budweiser, Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Light. $4 cans, White Claw, Black Cherry, and Mango. You can get a tall boy of PBR or a tall boy of Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. And then they have $5 spirits. Looks like Jim Beam, Tanqueray, Bacardi, Jose Cuerva, Fireball, and Absolutes.
Wow.
So good specials at the Bolero. Kyrene.
Yeah, Kyrene. Yep.
Kyrene tonight. Come on by, watch the sweeper, grab yourself a beverage.
Yeah.
Now, if I was going to choose, I'd probably get myself a tall boy of PBR.
Okay, nice.
Get yourself a tall boy of PBR. Watch some of the great action that we're going to have. Because we got 2 sweepers coming up.
Yeah.
And the $1,500 action match between Brooklyn Rob of Sweep the Rack podcast and Robert Smith.
You know, Brooklyn Rob has gone silent on our feed. He was there this morning.
Might be practicing.
He's either practicing or he's getting nervous.
Well, if you're looking at Robert Smith's squad scores so far, I think you're
feeling
saying,
better.
Well, I'm feeling pretty good about myself.
They are, for anyone that's wondering, the action match will also be on the tournament pattern.
Yes.
He, our friend Agent Ong refuses to put out a house shot, which is great. Oh shoot! What a shot!
Yeah, that was a good shot. That was not. Could have been a better result, but
it's Mr. Michael Arce from Peoria, Arizona.
Wow, Peoria. I always think of Peoria, Illinois.
Me too. It's there's all kinds of. I'm learning all the cities of Arizona today.
Yep. Now, where is somewhere in Arizona they have the London Bridge?
Is there really?
Yes.
Oh,
they
that's
brought
awesome.
it over here like brick by brick, and
No way.
yeah.
I did not know that.
Maybe Michael Fitzgerald knows about this.
Come
But
on, Fitz.
it's somewhere. Yeah. Come on, Fitz. Help me out here. All right, Shauna is working on a strike. Oh, that was to the right again, Shauna.
She likes the left lane.
You know what? A lot of people have on 9 and 10. I think 9 hooks more in the body of the lane.
You are correct. Fits in.
Yeah.
That's your city that you
Lake
need.
Havasu. There you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the London Bridge was brought over and reassembled brick by brick and put in the bustling metropolis of Lake Havasu.
That's amazing.
You know who else lives in Havasu, or did reside in Havasu, was Butch Soper.
Ah.
Yep. Butch Soper, I believe, was in Havasu for a while. And I could be wrong about that, so maybe you need to correct me, Fitz, but I think Soaps was residing in Havasu, or he might still reside there.
Shauna converts the tricky 127.
Yeah.
Everyone's in. Everyone is.
Lake Havasu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, well, we got the bridge thing cleared up. I want to know if Soper's still around there.
Oh,
That's a bad break for Kyle.
that is a bad. I think it hit the pin.
It
like,
did. It did. You know, the most frustrating thing as a bowler, I think, that exists is the washout shot where you either send the head pin around the corner or just slightly in front of it. Because you're like, you know what? I worked so hard to redeem myself just to get kicked in the face
yeah.
with an old 70s style golf shoe. You know, the kind with the actual metal spikes on the bottom?
Yeah.
I mean, that's, if I was going to put it into words, that's how I would replicate the feeling.
I don't think
When
you're
you're
wrong.
in a tournament, scores are low, you're grinding away, you try to redeem off the bad first shot, and you do that. Getting kicked in the face with a 70s style golf shoe.
Not a fan.
No. Let's see if Shauna can. Oh, there. That looks pretty good, Shauna.
Great shot.
Hey, there you go. Nice double. Way to take advantage.
Very nice.
Way to take advantage.
Alex Young got the spare on 11. What do you think, Matt?
Oof. I don't think so.
Nailed it.
Oh, look at that.
Nailed it.
See, I had to go the opposite way to not black cloud him.
Yeah, I love it.
Because if I would have said yes, he would have missed it. So I had to say no, so he made it.
100%.
Yeah. We still don't know the whereabouts of Butch Soper.
Fitzgerald,
He
you
doesn't
have
know.
stumped Fitz.
He doesn't know.
That takes a lot. We've
Old
stumped
Butchie
our
was living up in Havasu, but I don't know.
we've stumped our panel.
Yep.
Or
All
our
right,
phone a
that's,
friend.
that's the assignment for the chat room. And if you come bowl the tournament, I'll figure out a prize for you. Find out the whereabouts of Butch Soper. How is Robert Smith doing in the standings? I want to
Oh, let's look. Yeah.
for the action match.
I know. This is a big night for Roberts. I wonder if he's nervous.
I
There
don't think so.
is not a score update yet.
Okay. Where was he though?
He was. He is having a struggle.
Yep. So if I'm Brooklyn Rob, I'm hoping he doesn't figure anything out.
Yeah.
He has learned nothing from the 170s, multiple 170s.
Yeah. Now, if I'm Brooklyn Rob and I see him shoot 250 the last game,
But that's the last game. That's not on the fresh.
that's true. That is fair.
Oh, good spare shot. Grinding away. Well, it is game 6 here. We're 2 squads in. Remember,
Yes.
we have the sweepers tonight, 6 and 8:30, and then directly following the much anticipated, highly
Talked about.
talked about and publicized action match, Robert Smith, Brooklyn Rob. Who do you think's going to win that one?
My money, to be honest,
Yep.
because there's a reason. So, I think I'm picking Brooklyn Rob.
Okay.
And I'm
yep.
doing this because, he has some added pressure because he's promoted it on his podcast,
Yep.
which always is a little bit of, you want to perform well for the people who root you on. And his podcast has been uber successful. Their podcast, Rip
Yep.
the Rack,
Yep.
is just, people love it.
Yep.
He's also filming this match
Yep.
in addition to our live stream. So it's good content if he wins.
Yep.
So I'm taking him.
Okay.
What do you got?
I got Brooklyn Rob too.
All right.
Yep. I got Brooklyn Rob.
Well, all the Robert Smith people better come and take us down.
So we got Fitz says Soaps was in Lake Havasu. Is he still there? We do not know. He is from Lake Havasu.
Okay.
Still there, we don't know. Well, that's halfway there, Fitz. I need current whereabouts of Butch Silver. We need the current whereabouts of
Why don't
Silver.
you? Matt's gonna drive out there and take a look.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. They still have the white pages. Get the Lake
Oh my god!
Havasu
Now
white
I'm
pages.
telling you, the lawn chair's out. Beepers. Wait, pagers. Payphones.
Yellow pages.
Yellow
White
pages.
pages.
White pages. Scoring units are gone.
Yep, get rid of those things.
Yeah.
Destroyed the sport because nobody sits around the scoring table anymore and converses and gets to know each other.
Have you ever had a conversation with Spencer Robarge?
Yeah,
You guys are very.
we would get along.
You would.
Well, we're both left-handed, so we're odd ducks anyways, as it is.
He refuses. If he could not have a cell phone, he would not in this day and age.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. My ideal is I want to live on 20, 30 acres in the middle of absolute nowhere where there's no reception, no nothing. And
That's happy.
That's it.
That's awesome.
There we go. And then I can just have conversations with myself about how good it used to be. Well, Matt, you remember when? Oh, I remember when, Matt. And the thing is, I'll be so far removed from society, the white coats won't even show up to take me away.
Oh, well, if Matt McNeil one day disappears, we do not need to worry.
No,
He is just fine.
just fine. Yep. Well, I'm looking around trying to find somebody to talk about that's bowling well. And unfortunately, I'm not finding it.
No. Right now, we're in the mode of double split. That's where we're at.
Now, where's Kyle King at? Do we know Kyle King?
Kyle King was
It's plus 21.
He was. He had a big game. Game 4. Game 5 is still not it.
Okay.
Our scorekeepers are working hard.
Yep.
Man, someone is calling Dan Quilt. You should be bowling, not watching.
Yeah.
Dan, you have been called out.
Mr. Black. Just call Robert Fisher. Just call a few bowling alleys in Lake Havasu. I'm sure he still bowls. All right. Well, yeah, we can do that.
Matt still needs the white pages.
I need the white. I need the yellow pages. for
Yellow
that.
pages.
Yep,
Oh,
see,
yeah,
Yellow
the
pages was the
business.
businesses.
Yes. I do remember those deliveries.
Yeah, the phone book deliveries. As a kid, you can make extra money delivering phone books in the summertime. It wasn't easy work, but it taught you good work ethic.
Oh my goodness, you guys! I can't even. This is awesome.
Yeah.
They just don't make jobs like they used to.
Oh, Kyle, that's just not good.
Yeah, Kyle.
That's not good.
I'm feeling a spare for Kyle though.
All right. Well,
I'm feeling a spare here.
oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, I'm.
No.
He did not take an extra moment.
No.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
6 out. No.
Okay, all right.
That's yep. Let's get off of that one. All right. I just saw Sam Cooley throw a triple on 5 there.
Sam Cooley, when he has a little fry going on, is equally terrifying and slightly fun to watch.
Well, he looks the same as if he's on a 6-bagger.
Yeah. You just have to. It's in the eyes though. The eyes change a little bit.
Oh, do they?
They do. Yeah.
See, I heard if you look directly into them, you turn to stone. So that's why I haven't paid that close attention.
No, yeah. Shot by Justin. Strike. At this point, 1 in a row is great.
Well, it's yeah, it means you're not shooting at something, which is a benefit.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a washout made.
Solid. And we had the camera in the right place.
Yep.
Sometimes I've been in the wrong place when spares are being made. Kyle King went and got another ball for Kyle King fans watching. He did a little ball
And
change.
he moved way in. He was playing way out. And
Just a big zone.
yeah,
Zone, ball, everything.
you know what? I'm going to go out and say, we were told that this low end plays is tough, A, but then B, plays different than the rest of the house. And then we said it's a lot tighter than the rest of the house. So if Kyle was
True.
trying to play out there on the twig and it's not coming off of it, that's gonna make life really difficult. So that means big zone change.
Yeah.
And it's tough to commit to game 6 of a tournament when you've been playing out for the last 5 games. So
And he was coming off of a 240.
Oh,
well, 240.
we don't
let's see,
know.
Game 5, right?
Is it updated?
Oh, you know what? He went 240, 160.
Oh no, yep. So maybe that outside look went away,
Yeah,
and he needed to make the change. I don't know. I'm taking a guess there. But
right. All right, so
Brett Wolf.
is still in the lead.
Then he had Dahmer. Remember Keith Dahmer?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't Keith bowl the first squad too?
Yeah, so Brett is officially lapping folks from the first squad.
Yes, he has.
So Brett is bowling exceptionally well,
Yeah,
plus 62.
Yeah.
And then Chad is in second behind him, plus 20.
Old Uncle Fester.
Yeah.
Steve Mackey, 1 year at the New Mexico Open, we were bowling the no tap pro-am, and Steve's on the microphone calling all the action, and Steve started calling him Uncle Fester.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Because he kind of looks like Uncle Fester.
He does. Yeah. Good
So,
good little reference. Some
old
classic.
Uncle Fester. Yeah.
Here's a fun fact. If you're Brooklyn Rob, you're feeling good right now.
Yep.
You're on a little cloud 9 looking at some scores.
Yep.
Now, though,
It all could change in a 1 or 2 game match, whatever they're bowling.
And what I was going to say was Brooklyn Rob is not bowled on the pattern.
That's true.
So he may be sitting at home excited.
Yep, that's true.
But he has not seen the pattern yet. Okay, Matt, we are wrapping up here.
We are. Yep, it's. I think we'll
See
watch
if Kyle. Yeah.
Kyle throw one more, and then it's gonna be get ready to turn the lights out on this party.
Absolutely.
Oh, there you go. Oh, hey, 174. But, I don't think he's gonna have enough. He's gonna have enough to re-enter again.
Yeah.
Is what he's gonna have.
And hope to know what he needs to do.
Learn something from this squad. Re-enter. Try again. Now Chad Lucy down there, he's got strike split hole, but then 4-bagger on 3 and 4. And that's been a dismal pair today. Boy, is he bowling really well.
He is bowling really well.
He is bowling very well. Yeah, very, very well. Yeah.
All right. With this shot from Mr. Kyle King, we will call it a night, or we'll call it a qualifying night.
Yep.
We've still got 2 sweepers.
We got 2 sweepers and the action match ahead. So come back, check us out at 6 p.m. Mountain Time.
No.
Pacific time.
They did. I thought this was Mountain Time, but they followed. They're the daylight savings sometimes.
Oh, that's
folks.
right. That's right.
They are Mountain Time, but they just don't do daylight savings or something.
Well, then we're on Pacific time.
Yeah. So we will see you all at 6 p.m.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. This has been the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team, live from Bolero Kyrene in Chandler, Arizona. The preceding was a presentation of Storm Bowling, of Roto Grip, and 900 Global. Again, thanks for watching the 2024 Agent Ong Open, presented by the Agent Ong team.